Child of God, caution. Lots of good vibes in this video. Be warned, you might be infected with love. I am Y311H. Welcome on today's episode. Good vibes all. We have videos that we shall be reacting to. Videos from across the whole world. Full of good vibes, mysteries of this world. Interesting perspectives from athletes like yourself about the creator and other things in this world. All this, my friend, we shall be going through them together to spread our message. The message is of love. Loving your neighbor the way you love yourself. That way, children of God, we can all be united as one people, living in peace, forgiving with one another, and honest. And now, to spread that message, we are always guided by the Maker, the Supreme Creator of all, whom we really believe in here. And we shall be talking with them in few seconds. But first, we shall read from this book here, called the Book of Wisdom, the Guide of Life. Has lots of interesting information and stories. Like today, a short story from Luke 22, from 31, verse 31 going down. Simon, Simon, Satan has asked to sift you as wheat, but I have prayed for you, Simon, that your faith may not fail. And when you have turned back, strengthen your brothers. But he replied, Lord, I am ready to go with you to prison and to death. Jesus answered, I tell you, Peter, before the cock crows today, you will deny me 3 times that you know me. Then Jesus asked them, when I sent you without pass, bag, or sandals, did you lack anything? Nothing, they answered. He said to them, but now, if you have a pass, take it, and also a bag. And if you don't have a sword, sell your cloak and buy one. It is written, and he has numbered with the transgressors. And I tell you that this must be fulfilled in me. Yes, what is written about me is reaching its fulfillment. The disciples said, see, Lord, here are 2 swords. That's enough. He replied. This, my friend, was a story when this wonderful creator was going to be sacrificed because of the love that he had for us all. Let's talk with this maker, my friend, before we begin the show. Dear Lord Father, thank you for your love. Thank you for the words from the book of wisdom. We give you glory, Father. Today we humble ourselves together with your beautiful child here to this video. We uplift you, Father. We give thanks for life and the videos we have today. Guide us through them. Help us to spread love together to the whole world with this child of yours. And dear Lord, be merciful to this viewer and forgive them all their sins. In your holy name, Jesus Christ, we pray, trusting in the video. Amen. Let's dive in, child of God. Good vibes.
Babe. Babe, it's your turn. Babe.
Huh.
It's your turn.
So what?
Uno. Come on, babe. Did you fall asleep? It's
Yeah,
your
what?
turn.
Turn of what?
Blue.
What are you doing?
It's your turn, babe. Did you fall asleep?
Yeah.
In the middle of a game?
What is it?
Did you fall asleep in the middle of the game?
No. 5.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but never accept jewelry from a stranger, especially in the city. I remember remember that man in New Orleans that was going around trying to rub elbows with people? This experience that I had this weekend reminds me of that. So my girl and I was in the city just chilling. We were at a bar and we met these two girls. My homegirl had went to college with one of the girls that was at the bar. She was there with her stepsister and we all just hit it off. The bar was trash, so we all decided let's just go find somewhere nice to sit outside and enjoy the weather. So we find this place on Canal Street. It's basically where there's a lot of those vendors. They sell knockoff purses, sunglasses, etc. Me and the girls, we sat there for a couple of hours talking about spirituality, talking about everything. Most of the vendors ended up leaving during that time. There was this one guy that stuck around. He would like pace up and down the block, but like we're not really thinking much of it. So we're getting ready to wrap it up and head out when this guy walks up to us, looks at my friend. We're gonna call her Lizzo. He looks at Lizzo. No hi, no compliment, no intro. He just looks at her dead in the eye and says, "I have a gift for you." In his hands, he was holding this bracelet. He opens the bracelet, and the second he does that, it's like time just slowed down. It's like I was suddenly stuck in a dream. Everything seems loopy. And without thinking deep into it, she holds out her wrist, and he puts the bracelet on her. The whole time, y'all, my chest is tight. I can't breathe. This feels wrong. I can't put my finger on it, but I know something about this is off. At this point, this man had walked off like nothing happened. Again, doesn't even ask her for a number, nothing. Gave her this bracelet and walked away. My friend is looking at this bracelet all smiley and shit. She's like, "Oh, that was so sweet." Now, Lizzo is beautiful. The whole day we were hanging out, let me tell you, that girl had suitors, okay? I didn't want to seem jealous, but something told me this isn't normal. So I whispered, I said this under my breath. She's looking at it like, ooh, and I go, ooh, girl, take it off. I'm not sure in that moment if she heard me. One of the girls that we ran to at the bar, she's indigenous, and she was sitting right next to Lizzo. So she's like, oh, let me see. So Lizzo turns to her to show her the bracelet. And the minute this girl saw the bracelet, she looked at it and the bitch froze. And then she goes, oh no, I don't like this. And immediately starts freaking out because this reminds her of what happened to her in New Orleans with a similar situation, and she almost died. And in that moment, I knew it wasn't just me, so I said louder, "You need to take that off." Without hesitation, homegirl takes off the bracelet. Now the thing is, everything happened so fast. The total time that she had on that bracelet had to be 30 seconds to a minute. Well, she took off the bracelet, and that's when her wrists start burning. The exact placement where she clasped the necklace off were red bruises and what looked like welts starting to form.
So here we have a woman. Straight up hands-on investigation mode. Oh no. And the sniff test? The itch is probably not random. In the US, we have over 60 million people living with a parasite, at least one parasite inside of them right now. This is probably pinworms. These are tiny white parasitic worms living inside of your gut. They crawl out of your anus when you're sleeping and lay eggs in the folds, which end up being extremely itchy. These eggs can survive for 2 to 3 weeks on surfaces like your bed, bathroom counters, iPhone screen. One scratch and sniff session and the pinworms are off to their next Airbnb.
Okay, so if you have pain with, and you're the one doing the receiving, and you have pain around the entrance but not really inside, that is usually more of what we call vestibulodynia, and that's just broken down to vestibule meaning entrance, meaning the vaginal entrance, and dynia equals pain, so it just means pain at the vaginal entrance. And there's a couple of different underlying causes that could be happening with this. It could be tight pelvic floor muscles, it could be hormonally dependent. So for example, if we have a decrease in estrogen, either from birth control or specific medications that might be decreasing our estrogen, that can actually cause us to have an increase in sensitivity right around that entrance because the nerves are a little less happy. It can also be related to repetitive infections. It can be related to just genetically having an increased number of nerve endings there. So there are a few different things that could be going on. With vestibulodynia, it is often described as a burning, ripping, stinging type of pain because of the specific type of pain fibers or nerve fibers. There's called C fibers that are present at the entrance there. The biggest recommendation for treating this is to figure out the underlying cause first of all. So for example, if we know that it's an estrogen issue, potentially getting an estrogen cream or something that's going to help moisturize that area can be helpful. If it's more of a pelvic floor tightness issue, making sure we calm down and decrease the tension in the pelvic floor muscles. If it's an infection issue, you treat those. There are a few different things that you can do to treat this issue, but it partially depends on the underlying cause.
Whoa, children of God, thanks for watching up to this part. Humans are extremely beautiful and wonderful. That first video, that prank, my friend, that was one of a kind. That one I think I'll try it out on someone here. Anyway, we've seen interesting stuff. Some of this stuff I'm even a little bit embarrassed to talk about. Like these two issues you've just seen about the one of people scratching. Good vibes, people. What we can just say is this: cleanliness is next to godliness, and hygiene is extremely important because people should be clean at all times and it's good vibes. Now we have also seen or heard another story with the good vibe source that received a bracelet from a random stranger. Me listening to that story from this side of the world, just even trying to imagine it could be real. I even had shivers down my body thinking about that story. Could you take a bracelet or such type of a gift from a stranger? Tell us down in the comment section below. And even tell us if you really think that story was true or false. Because here we preach honest and good vibes. Let's keep on watching. There's even more incredible stuff coming up.
So I know everyone's on the Diddy case right now, but does anybody realize that CERN, the Hadron Collider, just alchemized lead into gold? Gold. That's a big deal.
Over 100 meters underground between France and Switzerland, a centuries-old alchemist dream has come to life. If you don't know what I'm talking about, this right here is CERN. CERN is a large hadron collider complete with accelerators and detectors. These accelerators accelerate nanoparticles like protons to near the speed of light and then collides them. After they collide, they create new or different nanoparticles which can be detected and studied by the machine. For centuries, alchemists dreamed of taking less precious metals like lead and turning them into gold for a profit. Lead has 82 protons and gold has 79. That means when the particles of lead began racing past one another at near the speed of light and then began to collide with particles of light known as photons, they would lose a couple protons. The loss of just 3 protons resulted in the creation of gold. But hold on just a second. Run 2 of the experiment generated less than 1/1,000,000th of a gram of gold. Run 3 has already doubled that amount, which is incredible, but this isn't going to generate any kind of measurable wealth yet. I want to hear from you guys in the comments. What do you think this technology could be used for? Do you think that this is good for humanity or bad? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.
This is pretty interesting. Beekeepers in Athens discovered this mysterious phenomenon where the bees in the hive, they build honeycomb cells everywhere but around the picture here. So they avoid covering up the picture. And apparently, it's only these certain figures that they won't cover. And this has been going on over years. But they will cover up normal photos or photos of non-figures. But this handful of figures, they are figures. They will not build the nest over them. That's kind of interesting. I mean, tell me, what do you think about it? Now, these researchers have been doing this, like I said, they've been doing it over the last few years. And they've tried to disprove this, by putting different photos and changing it up. But for whatever reason, it won't. They will not build honeycomb over the photos of these certain figures.
Hey, Mom.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. I'm just gonna go get dinner right now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you a quick question. I saw something kind of weird on TikTok.
What?
I'm just gonna ask it straight out because I don't really know how to explain it, but do you know anyone named Ryan Blair?
Where did you see this?
On TikTok.
Where did you hear that name?
There was a TikTok that said someone named Ryan Blair used to be married to you, and this girl found it on her ancestry.
Married to me?
Married to you, yes.
I mean, I think you would know. if I'd been married
But I wouldn't
to
know.
someone else. I don't know what that is, but I mean, obviously, I don't know if someone's trying to prank you or be weird or what, but I mean, you need to like not pay attention to stupid stuff like that, because that's how rumors get started, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, just drop it, ignore it. I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I would tell you if I need something. I don't know anything.
Okay, fine.
Okay?
Okay, but if you're not gonna tell me, I'm just gonna have to go find out myself.
There's nothing to find out, so don't even like waste your time. Just ignore it.
Okay.
You have better things to do.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay. I love you.
I love you.
Okay.
Well, have fun at dinner.
I will.
Okay. Love
Okay.
you guys.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay, guys, I had to get a tea for this because things are getting pretty serious on this app. For any of you that are confused, let me catch you up. The video you just saw is me calling my mom and trying to confront her about my twin that she never told me about, or so that's what we believe. Basically, what's been happening is there's a bigger influencer on here named Trinity Blair. You've probably seen her, you probably haven't, I don't know. But I was getting a lot of comments on my videos before I knew who she was, saying, "You look like Trinity Blair, you look like Trinity Blair." And she was getting comments on her videos telling her that she looks like me too. We both have been doing our own digging on this, and it's been getting pretty weird. Last week, she posted a video of her ancestry DNA results, and there was a newspaper clipping that showed her dad married to my mom. Neither of us knew anything about this. She then called her dad to confront him about it, and he totally dismissed the situation. Just kind of like what my mom just did. Anyways, I'm gonna do what I said. If my mom's not gonna tell me any more about the situation, I'm gonna have to find out myself. And I think everyone's gonna regret that. Anyways, Trinity, if you're watching this, I really hope we can come together and get together somehow and find a conclusion on this. I'm honestly just super confused and I just want answers. I've honestly wanted answers my whole life, so I'm glad this has come to light. Guys, I'll try to keep you updated as best as I can. It's kind of hard because I'm also just as confused as everyone, so. Anyways, love you guys, bye. Okay guys, so I don't know if you saw my video about me finding the newspaper article about that random woman, but I'm gonna call my dad and ask him if he knows who that woman is or that name, because I'm freaking out and I frankly don't know what to do. This is really weird for me too, because I don't know my mom, and if this is my mom, this changes everything. Give him a call.
Hey.
Hey Dad.
Hey, honey bunny, how you doing?
I'm good.
Oh, sorry, I'm at a bar. Let me get outside. What's going on?
I just had to ask you a question. I saw something kind of weird. You know who Michelle Patterson is?
Well, how do you know that name?
I saw it on a newspaper article.
Why would you say that name?
You know who that is?
You don't need to say that name. Listen, stop looking at things. I don't know what you're looking at.
It was.
Just leave it alone, okay? Just leave it alone. Leave dead dogs buried, okay? I gotta go.
Okay, bye. Okay. Okay, that was weird. I don't know, like, my dad's usually not mad. I don't know why he would get mad, but I'm really freaking out. So I think I'm gonna, I don't know, contact KJ, because that's the last thing I can think to do right now. Like, my dad's not gonna tell me anything about this. I think the last person I have to contact is KJ. I don't know, guys. This whole thing's really weird.
Hey, my friend, hold it right there. First, let's not talk about sun and the particular collider things changing lead to gold. That on itself is unfathomable theory, but you can leave your comments about it down below. Or about the beast, my friend, that makes the hive but leaves that place where there's that specific photo. That is crazy stuff. But let's talk about this last story of this good vibe story. This girl and the girl in that video before the videos that you've just seen. How it connects. These two are twins, apparently. You see? And they are from different places. And their parents have kept them apart for all that time. Wow! That is a mind-blowing story. My friends, we need to be honest with one another. That's what we preach here. Honesty amongst all actions. In such a situation, what could you have done yourself? You see? Do you even think that this is real? Sometimes all these things you see here and is true is more strange than the fiction and the movies you see. Anyway, let's keep on watching, and thanks for watching up to this point. Peace and love to you, child of God.
China just warned the US to halt its plans for a space-based missile defense system called the Golden Dome. But why? Donald Trump says it will protect America from nuclear attacks, even space-launched missiles. But China is saying, no way. Here's why they're furious. Reason number one, a space shield means a space arms race. China claims that US is militarizing outer space, something both countries decided not to do in the past. Reason number two, if the US can shoot down any missile from anywhere, it upsets global balance of power, making nuclear treaties useless. Reason number three, China fears that it gives US a first strike advantage. If America can block retaliation, it could launch a first attack with no fear response. Expert says this can force China, Russia, and even smaller nations to build more aggressive weapons, just to keep up. And guess what? This Golden Dome could cost taxpayers $831 billion. That's more than the budgets of NASA, Department of Education, and housing combined.
Satan was right to rebel. Think about it. When Satan rebelled and left heaven, a third of the angels went with him. Imagine you quit your job and a third of the company decides, fuck it, fuck this place, I'm going with you. If I saw that happen, I'm looking at the one that's in charge. What the fuck are you up here doing to where a third of your company has decided to leave at once? Oh, well, he was kicked out because he wanted to be like God. If he was kicked out of heaven, how was he allowed to go back in the book of Job? He shows back up to heaven again. I don't think I can go back to a place if I got kicked out of there. And when he shows back up, it's not like God tells him, hey, get the fuck out, I kicked you out of here. No, the first thing God says is, hey bro, where you been at? And then they make the bet. And if you really think about it, we don't know much about Satan, the devil, Lucifer, whatever. I'm using them interchangeably in this video. The main thing the Christians try to say is, oh, the devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy. He's evil and he's out to get you and all of that. If you read the Bible, it's God who's doing all the killing, the stealing, and the destroying. The devil wasn't really doing all of that. The only people he killed was Job's family. And that was part of the bet. And so, God signed off on that. He allowed that to happen. The devil hasn't stolen anything. He hasn't destroyed anything. And we don't really know much else about him. Is that not strange? Does it not raise any eyebrows at all? He's supposed to be like our number one enemy and oh, he's out to get you and oh, this, that, and the third. And we know like nothing about him. We don't know his story. We don't know where he came from. We're just told that he's evil. And we're being told that he's evil by the one that's actually out here murdering people. God has killed millions, if not billions of people. And he's the one who created evil. I will quote Isaiah 45:7 until I am blue in the fucking face. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all of these things. So we're supposed to believe the one who literally created evil, that he's not the evil one. It's actually the devil who hasn't done anything. I call fucking bullshit.
Looks like another vehicle's arriving. It went in through the front gate and it's now driving down the test area. As the sun started to set behind the mountains, I got settled into my observation point for the night. First thing I noticed is that more and more vehicles were arriving as the sun was going down. After about 5 or 6 vehicles entered the facility, things kind of calmed down. I wasn't sure if I was going to see anything, but after a while sitting there in the dark, things started to get interesting. The first thing I noticed was a light appeared on the ground. It was too faint for me to see with the naked eye, but through my nods it showed up very bright. This was indicating to me that the hatch was most likely opening to the underground silo. Wow, this looks crazy. They got it rotating up there on that pylon. Security truck down there making another pass. I don't know why they have their hazards on. Well, an aircraft just came up out of the hole. So it looks like they are going to do an RCS, radar cross-section test tonight. That's super cool. Honestly didn't think I was going to see anything, but here we are. If any video is going to get me accused of being a Chinese spy, it's going to be this one. Keep in mind, if this isn't the clearest video in the world, it's being filmed at over a mile and away, probably close to a mile and a half away, and in pitch dark conditions. Like there's no lights. They killed all the lights on the runway. They really didn't want this to be filmed. But I've got my PVS-14 night vision device here, and I have that stacked with my spotting scope. And yeah, hopefully this is going to come out cool. I can make out the vague shape of the craft. I can see the nose, and it looks like two vertical fins. I think the aircraft is upside down. They're spinning it around too, so